Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I did a rebuild on this Craftsman wrench here. It is a USA made Craftsman wrench with all the metal stuff. But in the process of doing that, I had trouble. I didn't film very well, and I had a few other problems. I can't remember exactly. It's been a little while since I did the video. So I decided I was going to do another one, but this one is actually different than this one as far as the way you pull it apart. So I figured that some of you may have some like that, some of you may have some like this, so I'll put both videos up, and hopefully this one will actually come out a little better than the last one as far as being able to see. I do believe I explained things good enough that you'll be able to get a pretty good idea. It's not super difficult. They both have keepers on them. This one just happens to have a little bit different type. It's actually got the retainer ring that has for these kind of pliers here. I don't remember if I could remember the name of them last time either, but anyhow, and actually these have to come apart. So let's see here, let's try this pair here. Oh no, okay, there we go. So that just pulls them in, pulls it out. I mean, it's pretty simple. And I mean, I can already tell this is just gunked up. Really, most of these, unless you've really reefed on it with something and busted teeth off inside, you can usually get them going again here. So let's see here, we pulled that off. Okay, and then pull up on this, it's got the gear. There's a little cover piece here. We'll set that aside. Here's your gears. Nothing looks broken. They may be a little bit worn, but we should be able to clean it up and get a little bit more out of it. Now here's your piece that decides which direction it can go, and we'll pull that out. But down in here there's a little ball and a spring, so be careful you don't lose that. I highly recommend getting a pan kind of like what I have here. Wow, that just fell right out. There's that. Getting a pan like this so if things do fall out like that, you don't lose them. There's your ball and spring right there, and they just go, hopefully you can see it, there's a little hole down in here right there. There's a little hole, and that's where the spring goes, and the little ball goes on top of that. Now that's it. This is just a body now, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to use some brake clean here and clean her up. Alright, I'm beginning to realize my light is not all that great here, so I don't know how great these videos will be, but we're going to go with them here. And I'm just going to probably have some sort of glasses on or something when you're doing this. It'd be a very wise idea. I've never claimed to be a completely wise person. And then using the little rag. Now I got this little, I don't know what it is, a little skewer thing and a little metal skewer, and they work really good for this kind of stuff. You can use the end of a screwdriver or something like that, but kind of go in there and scrape out these insides. You can use it with the rag and kind of do it, although it's poking through this rag because these are crappy rags. You can also use a screwdriver, small screwdriver, go in there. That's working a little better since it's not poking through the rag. It's just a matter of cleaning up what's dirty. There's gonna be a little bit of grease and stuff in here, and after time, grease gets, especially extra stuff gets down inside here from working on stuff, and after a while it gets gummy, and then things don't want to work quite right. I also have, like I showed on the last one here, if you've watched that, this little piece of wire here, a little copper wire, and the copper wire won't scratch anything up. You don't have to worry about it hurting anything. Really, I'm not pushing hard enough with this for anything to really hurt anything either, but still got to be kind of careful. quite honestly, it's been so long ago I did that other video, and I still haven't brought it out because it was kind of not all that great, and I've been waiting to do this one. But I figure since this one is different than the other one, there's some information on how to tear these apart in there. So I don't remember what I even used to clean it up with, if it was brake clean or not, but that's what I'm using this time. Really don't like these Harbor Freight rags. They're kind of crubby. And you probably don't need to wash all this stuff down. I'm just going to take all these pieces, a little bit of brake clean, screwdriver, pick, and a scrub with some of that, and get them all cleaned up. Now we got all the little parts and pieces cleaned up. Now we got to get them dirty again. And I just got some regular old bearing grease, basically is all it is, just all-purpose grease. And I'm just going to take it and start gooping a little bit. It doesn't need a lot. There wasn't like a ton of grease. In fact, I'll probably put a little more than it needs, and then it will actually kind of come out after a while. You really don't want it anywhere but on the teeth here. The rest of it is just you don't want. Put that on there. I'm going to put a little bit on this right here. And also going to take, and I'm going to put the spring in here. This is where the little pick kind of works good. I'll stick the spring on there. Take it. Well, there we go. Get it in there. You gotta do it this way here. It's hard to do this on camera because you gotta have everything just right. So we're putting spring in right here, just like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the ball, stick that in there with my finger and push it down. I'm gonna get a little bit more grease on my finger here. I'm gonna take and just goob some grease down in there. That will hopefully keep that ball a little bit more in place while you do this. Then we're going to make sure you can still see, we're going to take this piece and this piece. Actually, going back on that, we're going to take the screwdriver, stick it through here and push the ball down. Okay, got to kind of do this all at once. And then you're going to take and make sure there's a one side's got kind of a divot in it and one side's kind of flat. The divot needs to point towards the back of the wrench here. I'm going to put that in, pull the screwdriver out, then you got to look and the ball's in there. Good. Now here's the problem. You got to put this in and it doesn't fit. So you have to first of all make sure that this is in the same direction that the little hole here is. And then you got to let it push out a little ways, but try not to lose the ball. And you're sticking that down in there and losing the ball probably. Did I lose it? I can't tell if I lost it or not. Yep, I lost the ball. So you gotta, it may take some trial and error. Screwdriver, pushing it down. That, the right direction, push it in, and we're good that way. Now we gotta stick that the right direction. And just a little bit at a time, kind of pry this out as far as you can without losing the ball. It's not easy, you gotta just do it. See, now that popped in, but I'm pretty sure I lost the ball again. Nope, I got it. Alright, that time we got it. So you gotta kind of do all this at the same time here, and it's admittedly not super easy. And you'll know because the ball, you can see the ball in these little divots right here. Then we can go ahead and put this piece in. So I'm going to redo it here. So that's in. Then the gear just goes in. It should fit in there some way. Pretty good. And then you got to figure out which side is the outside here. We're going to go with that one. Stick that plate on there is all it is. It's just kind of a keeper plate. I'll wash my hands up a little bit here. Let's see here. Oh, wrong one. I have two different pairs of these. I don't remember which one I needed. Okay, and then take this, squeeze it together, put it on there, and it should go on in the hole. If it doesn't, you can use your pick or screwdriver to make sure it's in there. Still don't have the best sound with this one either, but I tell you, the other one I did, it's working way better. It hasn't skipped a beat since I fixed it. So we'll test this one out, see if it works. If it doesn't work, I may try a couple other ideas that I have and see if we can make her work. But till then, I'll let you know if anything changes. That's how you at least pull one of these apart and put them back together with a little bit of grease. Everything still seems to be working. I don't know how to pull this part apart. I'm sure there might be a way, but I'm not sure if that's a built-in piece there or what, but it's working fine. I doubt you'll have too many problems with that. Mainly it's just these gears in here get gooped up and start skipping. Alright, well, hopefully that one turned out a little better than the other one. I already can tell it hasn't turned out perfectly, but nothing I do does. So this is Sam, Jack of all, and obviously master of none. You all have a good one.